up here. Thank you so much. This has been so wonderful. I have some thank yous that I would like to give out. Okay, I'm
He felt it was segregated.
First and foremost, I would like to thank my parents. They're my first fans. I would not have this job if it weren't for my parents. When I just was starting to take classes here at Second City, my mom walked up to Deanna Griffin Irons, who's a producer here at Second City, and she said, "You expect my daughter to be up here doing classes all day? You gotta give her a job." So that's how I got my first job at Second City. My mom demanded it. Thank you so much for all of your support and help and love. Thank you. To my brothers, so if your parents are your first fans, your brothers are your first critics. Nothing teaches a woman humility like brothers. Thank you so much for keeping me honest and real and keeping the bullshit out of my work, because I cannot fool you. So thank you. We're gonna get through this. I put on a lot of concealer. It's gonna be okay. To Philip, you're the love of my life. Thank you so much for teaching me about pro wrestling so I can relate to my coworkers. Thank you so much for the depth and the strength of your love and your support, and being there for me. We can have our Monday nights back, finally, to watch wrestling and The Bachelor. Yes! Finally, and so importantly, thank you for not being an improviser, because these motherfuckers are crazy. So thank you so much. To Sweet Teas, my other comedy family, thank you for holding space for me when I'm away on tour and welcoming me back with open arms when I come home. Thank you to my therapist. Go get a therapist. They're great. To the producers, Beth, Joe, Leslie, and all the staff, thank you so much for giving me this job. Thank you for being understanding and flexible. There was one time I wanted to book out and take some time off, and I went into the producer's office, and I was like, I need to look at the calendar, but in advance, to know when there's not going to be a show so I can book out. And they were both like, you cannot do that. That's not how we do this. And I go, I have tickets to Hamilton on Broadway. And they went, oh my God, we understand. So thank you so much for that. To Allison Riley, Matt Hovde, Anthony Lubach, Deanna Griffin Irons, Stephanie Case, thank you so much for every opportunity you've given me in this building and your guidance, mentorship, and leadership. To my directors, Annalise and Andiel, I've been so lucky that both of my directors in this job have been women. They're both white, so you can't win them all. But having a creative space run by women and having a balance of male and female voices in the room has created some amazing work and a level of trust that has helped me grow into the artist I am now. To my music directors, Vinnie Pillarell and Brian Hebron-Smith, thank you so much for your patience. I feel like there's this assumption and expectation that like all black women can sing, and not just sing, but like sing. And I feel like I'm letting everybody down. So thank you so much for helping me grow and being a more confident singer. I didn't say better, I said more confident. To my stage managers, Jake, Alan Miller, and Fernando Alvarez, thank you so much for protecting us on the road and problem solving. Fernando, you stepped into this company of weirdos and made us all so much better. Thank you for clear, communicative emails. And thank you for keeping us on schedule. Jake, it feels like you've been doing this job for a million years. You're so fucking good at it. Sitting up, drinking amazing wine next to the ocean until 2 a.m. in California will always be one of my fondest memories. We drank so much wine and it was so good. And it was like February and I had shorts on. It was fucking crazy. To RedCo, it has been an honor and a privilege to tour with you. You were the weirdest, wildest bunch of people I've ever met, and I'm so tired now. Sometimes I don't think I'm cool enough to be associated with these fucking degenerates. You have pushed me out of my comfort zone, challenged me, lifted me and my work up. I'm so excited that my time here ending can make way for Amy Thompson, a dear friend who's going to fill the vacancy in this company. Whoever thought like a tiny white lesbian and I were like the same type deserves a fucking medal. This company at one point had 4 people of color, and so there's more people of color than white people. You can't do math. And it had been all I had been dreaming about, to be in an environment where certain things are just understood and certain things are just verboten without saying a word. That feeling just can't be described. And I hope that this company, that every company can reach that place because it's so wonderful and so safe. I've heard pretty much every awful thing that can be said about a person of color doing comedy. And I've heard a lot of them said about me, and to my face or behind my back. For example, that I only got this job because of affirmative action. It's easier for me because I didn't have any competition. They talk about race too much. They don't talk about race enough. That my boyfriend is white, so I'm not down with the movement. That I grew up in the suburbs and went to Wellesley, so I'm not allowed to express my blackness, or I don't look or act black enough. As if any of that means I'm not going off when the revolution comes. It's not happening. Hearing all of that is really demoralizing and painful, but knowing that I've had this gang of renegade maniacs at my back, supporting me and wanting me to share my full uncompromised experience is sometimes the thing that gets me from backstage to right here. So thank you for joining me, everybody. I am not naive, and I know that some of the people that I've called friends and castmates, both past and present, have even said some of that hurtful shit that I'm talking about. But I'm going to be the bigger person and forgive you right now. But just know, do not come for me because a Wellesley bitch keeps receipts. I told you she'd roast your ass. And this next thank you is the heartiest one to the house and wait staff. Thank you, thank you. You don't get enough thank yous for dealing with drunk audiences and bachelorette parties. Knowing that we're up here doing work that makes you laugh is so much more important and fulfilling that you know, because you watch a lot of shows. So thank you for being the heart and soul of this building. So tip them, you fucking monsters. And now I want to talk a little bit about what it's like doing this job. When someone first told me what satire was, it was performing the exaggerated opinions and thoughts of people you disagree with. I thought, shit, black people have been doing that for centuries. And I started in this work because I came to a main stage show and I saw Amber Ruffin perform. And suddenly the world just cracked wide open. A woman who looked and sounded like me was up on the stage, making people laugh, and that was the first time I thought, I can do this. I am so grateful the Second City family extends so far that I've been able to tell Amber that. And even though black men and women live and breathe satire, representation matters, and I would not be able to do this without her. I've been so lucky to get to experience some amazing things as part of my job. I've performed in 3,000 plus seat theaters. I performed at the Smithsonian. I really have seen what Tinder looks like in northern Minnesota. It's just a bunch of dudes holding fish. But one thing that I haven't done is perform for an audience that looks like me. We've traveled all over the country to every kind of city, and I'm talking some black-ass cities like New Orleans, St. Louis, Milwaukee, Baltimore, and we get to the theater and step on stage, and it's like walking into a fucking J. Crew. I mean, we're in Chicago, and it's to like show you what I mean. If the black women in here that don't work here and aren't my friends and family could make some noise. Oh shit is right. There are things that you can say in front of family that you can't say in front of strangers. So there are things that I have left unsaid because I've been waiting for an audience that looks like me. And walking away from this stage, knowing I haven't given all of me, isn't a moment full of regret. It's a moment that inspires me, and I hope inspires everyone here to re-envision and create this space in a more inclusive and diverse image, because I won't be gone long, and I have so much more to give this art form, and I will not have my brothers and sisters waiting on the outside when I get back. Thank you.